Welcome to Algebra with Jennifer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to write equations from descriptions, and I'm going to be writing them in vertex form. Directions. Write the equation based on the description. Then I'd like you to write the vertex. All right, example 1. Let the graph of g, so I know I'm going to be naming this g of x, be a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. Well, if you recall, the a value here, this is my vertical stretch or shrink. So a vertical stretch by a factor of 2, that's going to be your a value out front. And it also says a reflection, which means my a value is negative. Followed by a translation 3 units down. Okay, our k value is the up and down. It doesn't say anything about left or right, which is inside the parentheses, so we're not going to have any parentheses. So I'll have x squared, and that was 3 units down, minus 3. The vertex in this situation is going to be 0, negative 3. The x value is 0, the y value is negative 3. Well, how do I know the x value is 0? Well, recall that in my description, it never said my graph moved left or right. Left and right is your x value. So that means it just stayed right on the y-axis, but the vertex shifted down 3. Example 2. Let the graph of g, so again, I'm going to name this g of x, be a translation 3 units right. So that's going to have the parentheses. Remember, it's opposite world inside of the parentheses, so right is actually minus 3. It's a quadratic, so I got to get that squared in there. And then it says, and 2 units up. That's my k value, so I went up 2. And then we have a reflection. Well, your reflection is your a value out front. The vertex. The x value, recall, is inside of the parentheses, and it said right, 3 units right, so that's a positive 3. And our y value, our vertex shifted up 2, so that's a positive 2. So my vertex is the coordinate 3, 2. Example 3. Let the graph of g be a vertical shrink by a factor of 1/2. Vertical stretches and shrink is the a value, so that's what goes out front. Followed by a translation 2 units up, so we're going to have plus 2 down at the end. And it did not go left or right, so I don't have parentheses, and there's my x squared. The vertex is next, and we're going to take a look at the x value. Well, remember, we did not go left or right, which means my vertex is 0, and the vertex moved up 2, so we have a positive 2. The last example, example number 4. Let the graph of g be a translation 4 units left, so that's inside of the parentheses. Left would be a positive 4, opposite world, followed by a vertical stretch of 4. Vertical stretches and shrinks are what sits out front. It wasn't reflected. It looks like it did not move up or down, so I have nothing on the end. The x value of the vertex, that's what's inside of the parentheses, opposite world, because it moved left 4, so that's minus 4, negative 4. The y value of the vertex is 0. How do I know it's 0? It did not move up or down. Nowhere in that description did it say up or down. So there you go. I hope this helped.